I am so excited. I got some work done, and one thing that I needed to get done, I got that done. I finished them all in the past couple days, and so I have time to color. I'm so excited. I didn't even think this was going to happen, but yay, it's going to happen. And so, um, I'm gonna, I'm live, baby. I'm live. I got some Happy Mail the other day, yesterday, and I was debating whether I should open it online or not. So this is a package. You know who sent it to me. You know who you are. And I'm gonna open it. But I was like, I'm not good with like the Happy Mail thing. Actually, I'm one of those people I feel guilty for, I don't know, for receiving things from people. It's a personal problem. Okay, I know that. But I'm grateful though. So, oh my gosh. Oh, oh, this looks so fun. Okay, so we're gonna like take everything out. We are gonna do this live. This is what we're doing. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. How exciting. See, and I waited until, also was waiting until I got some things done, important stuff done, work stuff done, and then I was at a point where I would use this package that I received to reward myself. Hey, Jamie, nice to see you. Cool dog book that you have. I like that book. I may have to get that book. Um and so, oh, these are cute. I can use them in like the journaling thing and stuff. Okay, so we got that because I like words. So I can put words in there. Ooh, my favorite color, purple. Alcohol, alcohol-based ink. Dual tip marker. Brush tip and chisel tip. Nice. Layer colors to create various gradients, which was what I saw Creative Paula do. Speaking of which, I wonder if she was live today. I didn't get a notification for that today. Oh, you're welcome, Jamie. No problem. I like supporting my fellow colorists. So I think that's one of the things I enjoy the most about coloring and having a YouTube channel and coloring with people online and stuff. I think I like that part the most, sharing what they do. It says warning. Opening this package will cause extreme happiness. Okay, I'm down for that. No journey is too great if you find what you seek. Oh, wow. That's deep. Oh, and they're Tombos. Uh-oh, this might start some kind of shopping spree. We're gonna have to play with these. These are perfect to use. Cool. I got, oh, and I love this container because I love containers, period. Any kind of container, I'm in love with it. For instance, the way I quickly, like, what was I got when I got that case, the last pencil case I got? The box that it came in was so wonderful that I quickly took the case out and put it away. Didn't even worry about putting my pencils in it, and put that box to immediate use because that box is a nice box. I love containers. I always have. I used to go to like barn sales and antique stores looking for containers. I used to buy like tins and any kind of old kind of boxes and things like that. I have like a collection of them. And we have stickers. Okay, I'm kind of getting over my thing with stickers a little bit. A little bit. Don't push it, but my main thing is finding a use for the stickers once I have them, and that's what I need to do because I don't want to have them for nothing, right? I want them to be put to use. And the fact that this person gave stickers to me, what you trying to do to me? You trying to tell me get over it? Get over it. Okay, I'm gonna get over it. I love these butterfly stickers. I love butterflies. There's actually that was actually one reason I really got into gardening was for the good bugs and butterflies and hummingbirds. Um, and up to like kind of when had to stop gardening because I was working more um, outside the home. I actually this one plant that I grew is called bronze fennel. It turns out, hey Bubbles, happy Sunday. I've been waiting around for you, and because I didn't see you, I thought, well, if I get this work done, I'm just gonna go live. I did watch a couple of your replays, so I've been watching a few videos over the past few days while I was working. Um, but I grew this plant called bronze fennel. It smells wonderful. It smells like licorice. I don't like the taste of licorice, but the licorice smell of this plant was really cool, and it's really pretty. And it turns out that monarch butterflies and some other butterflies like laying their caterpillar eggs there, or their eggs basically, and then they turn into caterpillars, and the caterpillars actually eat the bronze fennel. So it's like the butterflies lay their eggs on the thing that the caterpillar is going to be able to eat. The only thing is, I don't know where they did their cocoon. I haven't seen a cocoon so far. But there's one, I try to, even though the bronze fennel always reseeds everywhere, and a lot of times the plants will be out in the front, I will try and dig up as many as I can and move them towards the back of the garden bed so that, birds and things won't see the caterpillars and take them away. Um, and also so that there's a bunch of those plants close to the sunroom window, because I have it's like a big, like almost floor to ceiling windows in the sunroom. And so with the bronze fennel plant there, and if they lay caterpillar eggs there, then I can watch the caterpillars as they're growing and stuff like that. And the last time that I had the plant was there, I counted like 6 caterpillars on that plant, and I felt like, I said, yes, my job is done. My work is done. I am feeding the monarch butterfly population. It just gave me a good feeling. I don't know. Um, aw, that's so pretty. And also, you know what? This feels like you can like kind of draw on it, although it has a gloss. So be tempted to like draw on here. Add some things. Peace. Like a good 1960s, 1970s chick. Aww. Because he bends down to listen, I will pray as long as I have breath. Oh, Psalm 116. I like word stickers. I do. Because I'm a word person, I guess, so I can relate to those more. Ooh, Nahum 1:7. The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in him. Well, thank goodness, because I'm trusting in him, and I need care. Fro. That's a huge, kind of a frohawk? Not exactly. Can't wait till I have that much hair that thick. Peace. Pretty colors. Oops, it's upside down. There we go. Peace. Yeah, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna use like all the stickers I have now. Ooh, that's cool. It's kind of iridescent. That might work in the page that I started in my book with the blues in there. This might work with that page. Black History Month. Not sure who this is. We could make her somebody though. I think I can draw on this one too. I might put some little silver loops in her hair. Give her some coils. Defined coils. Oh, how cute. I like that pose. Blessed in black. Oh, that hair. Okay, what's this one? I want this one because it's okay. Ooh, these are pretty. Oh, I can use. I know where I can use. I'll probably use these in my books for work. Melanin poppin'. Flowers. I always love flowers. I wish I could kind of get back to gardening again, but I want to make sure nobody's going to be digging up where I um, plant stuff because I kept having to deal with that. Looks like a gem. Girl gang. I could color that with. I could use my glitter markers and use the same color and make this all shimmery. More flowers in the shape of a heart. Hey, TaylorMade. Yeah, I like that iridescent sticker. I think that's my favorite, actually. This one. I like shiny things. I don't know. Words and shiny things. I guess that's my oh, that's cute. Okay, I'm gonna put some eyeballs in the middle of that one. I got that Posca marker. I can do it. I can do it. Aww. And thank God he does. Don't know what I'd do without him. Okay, so what are these things? They're like little buttons. I don't know what they do, but they're cute. Okay, I'm tempted to try and eat it because it almost looks like a sweet tart, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's edible. Yeah, they can take it off. It still exists. I ain't never been. No company validates me. I was getting ready to swear. I am going to swear. Fuck them. I don't need any company, anybody to validate who I am, what I am, how I am. They can kiss my ass. That's how I feel about that. It'll just make me louder. It'll just make me louder. It'll just make me bolder. And they're not going to be able to shut me up. I have a very strong rebellious spirit in me, rebelling against evil. Okay? And I will get truly like turned up about things on that. And I will slip up from behind, right? And in their face. I will do both. I'm not like, yeah. Like I said, I don't like injustice. And they're scary. You know what I mean? I don't have any respect for scary people. I really don't. No respect for scary people. And they're scary. They have so much confidence in the dollar and no confidence in who they are, what they do, and why they do it. And that's sad. So I guess we're the ones, those of us who are from various minority communities, whether it's in regards to gender, whether it's in regards to class, whether it's in regards to race and ethnicity, whether it's in regards to citizenship, whether it's in regards to how much money we make or don't make, we're going to have to show them how it's done. That's where we're at. Sorry, the adrenaline's up. But we're going to have to show them how it is. Because they have no balls, they have no backbone, and their God is money. And when your God is money, it will fail you. It will fail you. Yeah, Child, I'm going to start preaching and going on all kinds of rants. Let me stop. Let me stop. Outbursts. That's why I've been spending a lot of time just praying, talking to the Lord, and mostly listening to the Lord, because it's like, okay, how's this work now? I feel like we really, in some ways, this situation now is actually good, because we now can get back to 1960s mentality where all those groups that were being left out, those which I mentioned, and people with disabilities, all those groups that were left out, we need to get back together again and show them how it's done. You know, I feel like that's the moment we're at. And it's kind of funny because it had been on my mind since like 2016 and I haven't been able to get rid of it. And I see now why the Lord kept that on my mind and kept me studying about all that stuff. It's really, I mean, I can only think that it was the Lord that had me thinking about all that, because it just came out of the blue. And things kept coming to me about it. And he kept adding on to it and adding on to it and adding on to it. I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but like, I'm just going to keep studying it. Well, now I see why. And I found out something very interesting about what happened in the 60s, about this incident called, that actually was the preliminary thing to the American with Disabilities Act, of which, although like that kind of really started getting in motion in the 90s, the American Disability Act, but its origin is back in the 1960s in this situation called, what do they call it? Something 504, where people with disabilities had a sit-in at federal buildings. And what happened during that time, people from all of those groups that were like civil rights groups, like the people from SNCC, Black Panthers, women's rights movement people, the Gray Panthers, which were about, of course, old people, um, the Asian American Student American Association, Mexican American Student Association, all of these groups and like labor relation organizations that were working like with migrant workers and things like that, they all got together and helped the people with disabilities on that sit-in because they saw the solidarity, and they were all working together on several things because they saw the things that they had in common, and that they were not being fully recognized as American citizens because they weren't able-bodied, because they weren't white, because they weren't of a certain age, young, because they didn't have money, so on. And they says, okay, we're getting together and we're helping these people. And I guess I'm still trying to find the actual pictures, but with that sit-in, there were members of the Black Panthers that were carrying they either had shut down the elevator, the federal, the people that were working in that federal building or whatever, the higher ups, they shut down the elevator so that people couldn't get up there who had any kind of physical disability. And so Black Panther members were actually picking up the wheelchairs and going up the stairs, taking those people up the stairs in their wheelchairs to get to that office where they were doing the sit-in. So I feel like we're at that moment where we need to show them who we the people are. We the people are. We're very different from each other, but we all have one thing in common, is that we're here and this is our country and it's our country. It's not just doesn't just belong to one small group of people who happen to have this or that or the other. It's our country. Child, I mean, like I said, I must have supposed to have been doing this today. I don't know, because I never do this, talk about the stuff that I study or whatever when I'm on here. But yeah, that's that's where we're at. And that's the message I've been spreading. Remember that if you see like that, the concept of intersectionality, which Kimberly Crenshaw, who is a lawyer. She's an African American woman, and she's a lawyer, and she came up with this concept, I think, in the mid late '80s of intersectionality. That and she came up with it around the idea of what she was observing with, like, working with black women in the legal system, that it was like in defending them or whatever, it's like you could only pick one thing. You could only pick the fact that they were black or pick the fact that they were a woman when you were trying to do certain things, with all those, legal things you got to do for people with, their, if they are charged with a crime, or they're already imprisoned or whatever, that you could only, it only, the way the system was, you could only allow for um, one category in which to defend that person. It's like, but wait a minute. It's like these women aren't just women; they're black women. These women might also be women who are black who have a disability, and and people have then gone on to expand that application of intersectionality, not to, hopefully not to take away from the origin of it, and always saying what the origin of it is from Kimberly Crenshaw and her work, but that when you look at it, and you look at it in circles, if you put your identity within a circle and you take someone else, put their identity in a circle, put everything that they are, there are some of those things that are going to intersect. Okay? Whether it's we intersect because of class, we intersect because of where we live, we intersect because, oh, I have this particular disability, and this person who happens to be Native American and lives on a reservation has that same disability. So while, I don't live on a reservation and they do, that's something that's unique to them compared to me, but we have in common the disability. So there's commonalities among all of us in this country that actually could be the thing that unites us in fighting injustice. And that's what we need to focus on right now. Not to forget about those other things that are in the circle that are uniquely yours. Okay. And thinking about where those other things about you, like my blackness, where that intersects with other black people because of blackness, right? So there's that intersection there. But I'm also their connection. I don't have a physical disability, but I'm using that as an example. But I can be other black people's connection to people with disability by reason of, if I have a disability and I happen to be black, this person is Native American and they have a disability, we're connected by disability. But me and other black people, we're connected by blackness, right? It's almost, in a way, you could think of, maybe not, but 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon or something. I don't know, but that's where we fight, is where we are connected. And that's why certain particular people are trying so hard to present so many things that will help us see each other as separate and not connected, to help poor white people think that, okay, oh, but you're with us because you're white. No. They probably have more, poor white people probably have more in common with everybody else other than those people trying to hook them than them. I don't know if I even said that right. They do actually have more in common. Um, and I kind of, yeah, that's what we have to focus on. And we have to fight. We have to fight. We have to look for the ways in which we need to resist and fight, because no corporation is going to do that for us. We have to force their hand, and they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it out of goodwill. 99% will not do anything out of goodwill. They're going to do it for money, or if we force their hand and say, this is the wave of society, and so you need to do this. I don't know. There's people that I work with that, like, for a long time, they would talk about, like, why are there no student protests on campuses and things like back, like how we heard, like in the 70s and there weren't. But I think now this is the time probably where they may start, um, if we're fortunate. And they have to be knowledgeable. They can't be just they have to be knowledgeable. We have to build on what was, we have to learn from how they were done in the past, what worked and what didn't work, and do that. Do what works, figure out how not to do what didn't work, or whatever, or why it didn't work. Maybe it was a good thing and it didn't work because of the time, the situation, or whatever. But we have to be more thoughtful about it, and use that knowledge of the past. Yeah, and one way to resist is with your money. Yep. And, like, sometimes I think, I'm not sure how well that works. Child, especially, wait till I tell you what I did. I'm supposed to be on a no buy thing. Well, I didn't pay attention to that today. But I haven't been buying from Walmart, and Walmart is pretty much the only place to shop where I live, because I live in a small area. And so, my husband, I think, has gotten some things there, but I'm not, no longer. It's like the first thing in my head is not to go to Walmart, and I haven't been there yet, and I haven't bought anything from there yet. I am at a point now where I need to make a decision, because there is something that I always get from there, and that is the best place to get it. And I have to decide if I'm going to do that or not. And I've been praying about that. I signed up for an account with Costco, but the nearest Costco is like an hour and a half away from me, although they do deliver. So I keep going to Costco and looking and see, what do they have, and thinking about ways even to do without. Yeah, I got art supplies. Yeah, I went to Dick Blick today. Ciao. Oh, Lord. Sometimes I think it's like, man, I need to find time to color, because if I don't, I'm going to order supplies. That seems like what happened. Yeah. So I am being much more thoughtful about shopping. See, Amazon is hard. I cannot extricate myself from Amazon. But I feel like in some ways, like, there's a real hard boycott that you can do, and then there's a soft boycott, I think. I haven't really thought about this a lot, but personally, I've thought about that. And I kind of have to, I got to pick my battles, because I only have so many places where I can get things. I did go through my, what do you call it? The subscribe and save. And I took off a lot of things, and I said, you know what? I can do without that. I can do without this. I can do without that. So I'm really am looking at my lifestyle and seeing, what kind of things am I getting that really, I don't need that. I don't need to be giving them my money for that. So I'm cutting down a lot on things wherever I see, and I'm also upping my donations to certain things that I know are, fighting what's happening now politically in our country. Like, I'm subscribed to ProPublica. I'm subscribed to Ground News. I've always been giving to Wikipedia for like at least 2 or 3 years. Hey, Mary's Life. Hey, Blue Skies. I forgot to say hello. I was reading your comments, but I forgot to say hi. Nice to see you. Um, Ground News, um, ProPublica. I started donating to both of them. Um, I've been donating to Wikipedia for like a couple years now, but I may up my donation to them. Um, so yeah, I'm looking at these kind of things, and if I take away from what I'm buying and put it towards those things that are fighting and trying to get, you know, you know, always trying to do honest and truthful and balanced journalism. Um, I'm trying to do that. Um, I don't know what to say about the Washington Post because I think my subscription is through Amazon, and I'm just keeping my good eye on them because I feel like I'm real close to giving them a big fuck you. Sorry, excuse my language, but this is serious stuff, and I have to use that language. God knows. God knows when it goes, I get into that like Elijah prophet mode with like wearing the hairy clothes and kind of gruff. Yeah, that's I get there. I go there. So and that's when my language sometimes just goes there. I know some people, especially some Christians, don't understand it, but it kind of comes with who I am until God decides, I need to change that. Strawberries for $10. I thought you said 10 cents. Yeah, looking at, I really have been looking at things like with food, what do I really need? And thinking more about eating to live, which I always was kind of that way anyway, and substitute for things. Um, because I actually think the way that we eat is not really good for us anyhow. So that could be a good thing. We could lose weight with this. Although vegetables, that's a thing. We're going to see how that goes this summer. And I do live in an area that had traditionally had, and I have actually been to some of my one migrant camp around here because I knew someone. We worked for the same place, and she knew people from there, and so I would, one I think a couple times I went there with her because she knew I knew about flowers and things and planting flowers, so I helped her to plant some flowers at the migrant camp. um but then yeah, so we're gonna see how some of that works out this summer. It's like so much that's going on. It's like the two knuckleheads, they don't even know how their decisions actually undermine some of the things they want. Like they're really stupid. I'm just gonna come out and say it. God, I guess I don't know why you want me to talk about this now, but I am talking about it. But they're really stupid. And so their ignorance actually in some ways will work to the advantage while also in other ways working to the disadvantage of the rest of us. Um, I don't know why this is happening, but I feel like, it's just like in 2016, like when I went to bed on election night because I wasn't staying up to watch every single second of it. I says, Lord, I just know that when I wake up, if that person is the one who won, I got my boots at the side of my bed, my combat boots. I'm ready to put them on and do what I got to do. And I said the same thing election night 2024. I said, I got my combat boots. I'm ready. Um, yeah, that's about all I can say. So I just keep praying, keep watching. And there actually was on Facebook, I follow a lot of people probably, but um, I follow Janis Ian, and she actually had posted something from someone that was saying about ways to resist. And it was really, really, really sage advice. That I saved it. And where did I put it? I don't know if I can. I don't have it on a site or anything. I got to figure out a way to post it. Yeah, I even put it in here. I have it as a PDF in my thing. And I saved it in my downloads, and it says how to resist, and it says don't delete this to make sure, like when I was cleaning um my actually, you know what I could do? What I could do really quick is I can print it and then show it. And I thought, you know what, this list is really, 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 really important. Um, oh, I already have it. Why do I need to? I'm just trying to print it. Child, nothing's easy on computers these days. I don't know. I also I'm protecting my energy. That's a big thing that I'm doing. Is protecting my energy. Not everybody deserves my attention. Yes, I am. I could share it there too, couldn't I? I'm so IG ignorant. It isn't funny. It scares me. The IG scares me. I get on there. It's like I don't know. It's like I was trying to send a message in a picture to Foxy yesterday. It's like I sent the picture from my phone because I had to do it from my phone, but then I couldn't even send any emojis or anything with it. I'm like, what the heck? I had to get on the computer to send the emojis. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm trying to. Okay, how we do this? It was really good. I'm gonna have to post this somewhere, but um, the wise advice, and this was like circulating, and I could probably can. I don't know how I can copy that post and then share it on from Facebook to IG. I'm not sure, but some wise advice circulating. Don't use his name. Remember, this is a regime, and he's not acting alone. Do not argue with those who support him. It doesn't work, and it makes them feel important. And they're in a sad state of affairs too, because they're hoodwinked basically. So pray for them. Pray for their eyes to be opened. And it makes them feel they've won something when they really haven't, because the person they're fighting for is not fighting for them. Focus on his policies. Do not focus on his personality traits, his physical appearance, or his mental state. And I know it's hard to do some of these things, but yeah, it's like really getting into battle mentality, to fight the root, not the offshoots. Yes, I'm gonna find a way to do it. It's the that woman that sang the song 17 back in the 70s. It's her site on Facebook. um let's see, she says, keep your message positive. They want the country to be angry and fearful, and that's a big one. Fearful. That's something that, you know, the Lord's been talking to me a lot about. And I was asking him about and talking to him about. That's a big one. And there's ways spiritually that we can deal with that. That, you know, was it the scripture say in Ephesians, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but rulers and principalities, forces in high places. Yeah, don't think that that's not in play in all of this. All you had to do is see how I watched the faces of them in the prayer service or whatever with that bishop, and I watched them, and I said, "Oh, I see the spirit on him. I see what spirit's on him." You know, the devil's playing him. He's a devil's card. And I ask God, like I actually pray for him too. But I ask for God for wisdom for that, because I don't know where he's at. He could be at the point where he's just rejected God and like forget it. But I just use God's wisdom in praying for him, because if he sold his soul, I don't know, there's nothing I can do. It's his free will. But I don't want bitterness and anger um to it's like it says, like with Cain and Abel in Genesis, and when with Cain, and it says sin is crouching at your door. I don't want any emotion inside of me that is going to allow Satan to take advantage of me. So anyway, keep your message positive. They want the country to be angry and fearful, because this is the soil from which their dark policies will grow. I feel like I need to say something on this, that in 2019, it was the 400-year anniversary of when the slave trade began. It started within this country. And I really think what this whole thing since 2016 has been a war over, to be honest. And like, I'm really like going there where my head really resides, which what I do in my personal life and think about in my personal life with the Lord, is this is a battle over the roots of this country. Because it started off, the narrative is, it started off as religious freedom. And it started off with a group of people who were not perfect, but who were seeking religious freedom and who wanted to, be like Christ wanted them to be, right? But other forces driven by money and selfishness and greed also came over eventually, more and more and more. And the whole colonial endeavor with Europe, with Western Europe, and everything that happened with that. And we also became a part of it in this country at that time. And the corruption that was in that, the non-godliness that was in that, embedded its heels in this country. Okay. Not to mention that also, maybe before that, the way Native Americans were, instead of becoming partners with Native Americans in this endeavor and having it be a negotiation between Western Europeans and Native Americans, a truthful and honest and godly negotiation, it became an evil action that decimated a whole group of people and keeps doing it even today. So I feel like with that 400 years, 400 is a really, there are 400 years between the book of Malachi and the New Testament. And they call it the silent, what do they call it? The silent something, the silent years or whatever, because there was no prophetic word or anything that's been recorded as having occurred in the 400 years that occurred between the Old Testament and the New Testament. In those 400 years, I don't know what the equation is to that, but there's a 400 years anniversary for slavery, Africans' slavery, and colonization, which also was colonization of Asia, and Asia, Africa, and India. Okay, that was that whole thing going on in that time. Started off with that, with Africans being enslaved. I think that And then we had two great awakenings, like religious awakenings in that time, between like what 1620 or something. This, I don't know, somewhere in the 18th century, and then again in the early 19th century. But in that, even George Whitefield had to make a choice between, um, do I get the money that I want for this orphanage for orphans, or do I um, speak against enslaving Africans? And he chose the money for the orphanage. This was a religious leader, somebody who had actually been the head of a movement that changed the lives of Native Americans and blacks in this country by, them actually um, coming to know Christ and being empowered by that. Okay. Um, so there have been many, and that whole thing, the foundation of the Southern Baptist, convention, that those people that still are around now, their roots are slavery. Their roots are slave owners. And they have not collectively and institutionally renounced that. They haven't collectively and institutionally acknowledged their wrong, the wrong in their roots, and what sprout up out of those roots. And I honestly believe God is not pleased. He's not pleased. And 400 years is a mark. You're either going to recognize you're wrong, acknowledge you're wrong, and repent to the core with every single action you do, or you have to pay. And I don't know what that means, but I feel in my heart that that's what's going on. In some ways, I feel like perhaps it could be that this is all about to break for the good, for what God wants, for that repentance and renouncing of that, and renouncing of doing that ever again to anybody. And so the devil's mad, and so he's breaking loose. Or we're just in the valley of decision. I'm not sure where we are with that. And it's really wild because I can't believe I'm talking all this stuff out loud to people, because this is something usually that with me in the prayer closet with God over the past, like, I don't know, however many years, since 2016. And yeah, I feel like that's where we're at. And it's almost like, because where I work with mostly white folks, and they are probably more, in some ways, more in an uproar over what's happening than me. Well, probably not more. They're just they are, but like, for me it's different, because it's just like, if you're gay now, you're feeling this in a different way. If you're trans now, you're feeling all this going on now in a different way than if you're straight and white and male. Okay. If you're a woman now, you feel this differently. A woman of any race, you're feeling this differently now than if you're white and male and straight. But I work with a lot of people who do get it. And so that's why I don't want Black folks to forget that there is solidarity. There's a lot of people who feel the way that we do. They may not know exactly our stance entirely on it, but they see that it's wrong. And I see that it's just like in the 60s, when there were, like those students that were killed in, I can't even remember where it was, but that became an uproar. There were two white young men and one black young man. They were all college students, and they were killed by the KKK. and people were in an uproar over that. There were always allies. There were always allies, and there were always allies who were willing to be loud and be seen. Um, and sometimes it's kind of, we can feel funny when we're not sure who our allies are, just like, and I always think of um, other ways that people are othered when I think of that, because I think of people with disability, with how things that we say other them, and that's how then I think, okay, that's how, not only is that how somebody who is perhaps white and disabled can understand my stance as black and abled, but that's how me as being black and abled and treated in various ways that are not pleasant, that's how I can understand their situation as disabled and how they're treated in society. Like, we have not done enough with the ADA, has not been enough. We're at a point pushing further, because it should be where someone being disabled can, physically disabled within reason, because some things prevent you from doing certain tasks, but there's a lot of things that they can do depending on whatever their disability is, and this thing's affected, but this part of me is not affected, right? But they still cannot rely on having a parking place when they go somewhere. They still can't rely that they're going to be able to get around the building if they go there. And I think not being seen, because they don't have access, keeps people from keeps them from being incorporated in our society as something that we always see, and it's not anything strange, and you don't have to stare. I don't know. And I found it amazing that people, when they heard talk about getting rid of DEI, they didn't realize that disability was a part of that, and that in some ways people were trying to add. They were thinking that maybe we should add an A to the DEI, to include like ability or whatever to that, so that it would be evident that disability is a part of that. I don't know. It's just really weird. To me, DEI is just treating people the way they should be treated, to have access, to be able to, live. It just sounds stupid even to say, because it just seems so obvious. It's only not obvious to people who have hate in their heart. And that's not what God called us to. Um, anyway, to read the rest of this list, I know I'm going on, and this is not what I was on here for, I thought, but I guess God wanted me on here for this. It says, no more helpless, hopeless talk. The numbers don't lie. There are more of us than there are of them. Feel that support. And that's true. Like I said, of the people I work with, most of them are like in an uproar like me. I mean, the messages we get for what we may encounter, and how to deal with it and things like that, that's happening like every day. That's another reason why like I haven't been on coloring as much, is because we're working out how to deal with, well, what if this happens? Well, what if that happens? And what if this happens? But there really are. And when you look on YouTube, even, there's way more than we know, and we can't lose that. It's like what, when Elisha told the servant to look in the sky, because they were worried, well, this army's coming against us. Oh, can't you see? Open your eyes. You open your spiritual eyes and you see armies of angels that are ready. It's like, okay, so these little minuscule human beings that are coming after us don't really have a chance. And spiritually, I say call for that, to actually pray and call for that, because I do believe this is a spiritual battle, even more than it's a physical one or whatever. I really see that. Um, Also, this says support artists in the arts. They're always the truth tellers. Always, always, always. That's why music exploded in the 60s and 70s. We had Sly Stone and the band War with their multiracial bands making music. Of course, Bob Dylan, all those people. Yeah, even thinking of Live Aid and Bob Geldof, which actually I saw him make a comment about the person who shall not be named. It was really hilarious, but it was truthful. That's another thing to think of. There are other nations. There's no nation that's not thinking of dude as dude, and I'm going to call him dudette as what they are. And God bless the president of Mexico. Man, I love that woman. Anyway, Um, be careful not to spread fake news. Fact check it. And one place I would say to do that is Ground News. Um, I can actually give you the website. I love that site because it kind of shows you where a certain news report is leaning. Is it leaning left? Is it leaning right? And so on. And it kind of gives you a way to assess. Excuse me. Um, is this the home? That's weird. All I got to do is that. That doesn't seem right. Okay, let's try it though. Where's my video? Where am I? Where am I? Okay, that was weird. It just kind of lost me. Oh yeah, I guess that is it. Okay. Ground News. Um, ProPublica is another place that I go. And I do still look at some of the traditional, news sources, but um I'm very I make sure that I'm awake when I'm reading things. Oh, that didn't work. Where are you? There we go. Also, I go to what do you call it? It's a British one. I can't remember the name. I've been giving to them too. The Guardian. I go there too. Um, and I also go to Canadian news too because I feel like it's like just about everybody's more trustworthy these days. Because like I said, there are people that are in fear over here for their money or whatever, and they got no balls. So I go to where people got balls. Anyway, so support artists in the arts. Be careful not to spread fake news. Oh, and what's that old website that you could always check if something was true or not? I can't remember the name. I think it begins with an SP. I still go there sometimes too, although they're because they're kind of small. I think people are probably giving them a lot of trouble, so they may be getting a lot of interference, which might be like it might be worth like maybe me looking into donating to them too, just so that they can keep doing what they do. Look for independent journalism as well. You got to kind of measure things, but look for that. It says here, take care of yourselves, which is really important and something that I've been focusing on a lot lately. Um, Resist is number 10. Keep demonstrations peaceful. In the words of John Lennon, when it gets down to having to use violence, then you are playing the system's game. The establishment will irritate you, pull your beard, flick your face to make you fight physically. Okay. Um, because once they've got you violent, then they know how to handle you. Oh, and they can spin that. The only thing they don't know how to handle is nonviolence and humor. They don't know how to deal with that. And that's almost like that takes it to a spiritual thing, you know? Um, really does. Um, 11 says, when you post or talk about him, don't assign his actions to him, assign them to the Republican administration. This will have several effects. The legislators will either have to take responsibility for their association with him or stand up to what some of them don't like. He will not get the focus of attention he craves. His representatives will become very concerned about their re-elections. So I will figure out how to post this. I try to have this, I kind of like it to be a good time channel or whatever, but this is really what I kind of, in my private time, my life, this is one of the things I'm dealing with besides, taking care of my house and doing my job. Because like I said, I was feeling something way back in 2016. And I feel like a lot of churches are at the valley of decision, or they're past that and God is in judgment mode. I'm not sure exactly which one it is. We might actually be in judgment mode now from everything that's happening, but I think that those that are not following what God said is what concerns him for his people to do, with taking care of the poor and the widow, with spreading the gospel, telling the love of Christ, with showing the love of Christ. This is more important than speaking. Actions speak louder than words. And with loving each other, because I don't know that it's necessarily in scripture, but I always remember that song, they'll know we're Christians by our love. Well, at this point, we see where that is. That's also why I've been watching a lot of Francis Chan lately, who is a pastor and teacher out of from the West Coast, is because he has been grassroots and he had the pull to be a part of the big name pastor movement, and he resisted it. He said, no, this is crap. This isn't Jesus. This is crap. He called it out. He's like, no. I think he maybe entertained it for a little bit, and he was like, ew, it just feels like yuck. He may have even actually said it that way. This feels like yuck. And I watch him because he's one of those people, he will give you the sincere milk of the word. And if you ever feel like you're off track of what the main thing that concerns God, which is human beings, be reconciled to him, watch some Francis Chan. He'll get you on track. Besides, first of all, read the word. Number one. Yeah, but in all of this, I would say, right, fear not. Remember how many times in the Bible God said, fear not, fear not, fear not. And he's been saying that to me. Like as fears pop up, he says, well, perfect love casts out fear, because there is no fear in love. I know there's a whole lot of stuff going on around you, but fear not. Fear not. Trust me. Fear not. He doesn't say he doesn't say, well, let me tell you everything that's going to happen. No, he doesn't say that. He just says, fear not. And that forces me to trust, which that's what a relationship with God is all about, is trust. Trusting him. I trust him with my salvation. I trust him that his plan of salvation is a thing. I trust him that he's going to do what he promised to do for me in the ultimate end. And also there's a whole lot of other little promises in between that he has met me on and that he's about to meet me on. And so I also think of this. It's a song by U2, but it's also like it is in the Bible and somewhere. I can't remember exactly the wording, but probably like in the words of Jesus. I'm thinking just before he left the earth physical form. But anyway, the song by U2 where it's the song October, and Bono sings, "But kingdoms rise where October, where kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall, but you go on." Um, there have been several. You can't even say how many borders have changed, how many nations have risen and fallen and risen and fallen and risen over the lifetime, even of what we consider the modern era or whatever, this time in like starting from, the Roman Empire to now. Even in Europe, the borders in there change so much that when I study literature and they say like an author is from a particular place, and sometimes that place doesn't even exist anymore. My best friend from high school, well, right after, well, I knew her from high school, but then we spent most of our time together when we graduated. She was from the former Yugoslavia. The day there was no longer a Yugoslavia, I was like, oh my gosh. Now, where does she say she's from? And I didn't know what part she was from before it was that, you know? Um, so, and people have lived on. Borders change for reasons of people, man, and their whatever, but it's not in God's control. It's not in God's control. Um, yeah. So fear not, but yeah, your eyes should be open. And so you see, faith without works is dead. I'm putting my faith, my actions where my faith is. My faith is in God, and I'm praying. And in the practical, I'm doing what I need to do. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's. I'm paying my taxes, but I'm not following anything that the law says that goes against what God tells me to do and what he says in his word is right to do. So, yeah. So, weird times. We're in weird times. Um, but God is good all the time. He sees, he knows, and what is it? Benjamin Dixon. I've been watching him on YouTube as well. Um, he had a. I didn't watch his sermon today. He's a pastor, but he also has like a. I don't know what to call like how his ministry is, but he also has like a regular like talk with some other guys during the week. I don't know if it's on Wednesdays or what, but today his talk was his sermon was on something about he converted AI to Christ or something like that. He led AI to Jesus or something like that. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. But I only look at everything. I ask God first. Should I be looking at this? Do you want me to look at this, or do you want me to look at this? Um, I ask because I mean it's kind of like I am in battle mode, right? And so when you're in battle mode, you can't take everything with you into the trench, right? There's only so much room in there. So let me find it's funny. Um Another thing that I've been listening to a lot, which has set my mind right really good. Um and speaking of AI, because for when I first started seeing these in my suggestions, it kind of creeped me out as I started listening because it sounds kind of like an AI voice. Hey, Mandy. And I'm like, I don't know if this thing is right. But I'm pretty sure that people were saying that when they first heard, there was like sermons on the radio. There was actually people were saying, well, that's not right. That's not of God. So, AI is a new version of the first radio preacher message. But I've been listening to videos from this channel on YouTube, Atmospheres of Grace. And I've even been going to sleep to some of them. And what I like about it is that they say scripture. They tell you the scripture, they say the verse, and then they expound on it in a way that feels very personal. And yeah, it really has been doing some things for me, with setting my mind right. And I don't even know how to explain it, but hasn't made me any less militant, so it must not be like some kind of hypnotism. I'll tell you that much. But it has kept me focused on, scripture. It's like where it says, where sin abounds, grace much more abounds. That's another one. Where sin abounds, grace much more abounds. Be looking for that grace, because it's going to show up. There's a whole lot of sin flying around in certain places around here. God's there somewhere doing things. And a lot of times we don't see, because God doesn't give up his whole battle plan, because if he did, the opposition would know what to do, right? So we have to stay connected to him, so we'll move in the place he wants us to move, how he wants us to move, when he wants us to move, according to his plan. And that's what I've been trying to do, staying close like that. I've always said, like, I think I said this before, like I said this to my friend before he passed away, because I feel like this thing, like where God, I'm talking to God and saying, I want to move with God like that creature, like Ezekiel's creature moved with the presence of God. It moved when he said something. It just moved every time God thought something, it moved. And that's what I want to do. The minute God wants something from me, the minute God's saying something, I want to know, I want to be in the position I need to be in when I need to be there, because I just want to. That's all I can say. I love him and I want to be there. That's all. But I also, yeah, that's all I can say. I don't know. I can't even explain it. I love him and I want to be where I need to be when I need to be there to work along with his plan. Yeah, well, we didn't call her, did we? I got to finish unpacking my my gift. I will figure out how to post this and share this. But again, it's from Janis Ian's Facebook page. She had it on her Facebook page. And we're just like sharing it. It's like share, 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 share. Just keep circulating it. And she got it because it was like it's being circulated. And it's really sage advice for how to move, in the natural, how to move wisely in this time that we're in. So, yeah, interesting times we are in. Okay, so back to the goodies. I don't know, I may have to like cut up this video so that I have my whole little sermon thing in a different place. I don't know. Oh, I should look for Benjamin Dixon's and Francis Chan. Let me give you Francis Chan first. Love this man. I'm so thankful for his obedience to God. You know, I know it's hard. I know it's hard in my own life. So, I know it's hard. People, calling you and want to make you a superstar and all that kind of stuff, and to resist all that. And yeah, he loves the Lord. Yeah. Let's see what else. The other one, oh, Benjamin Dixon. And I don't know, it's something about Benjamin Dixon, and his wife is always in his lives. She's one of his mods, and they I don't know. There's just something. Oops, don't play now. Oh, okay, it is on mute. That's good. And then I put the link to their video. I still have to watch this one. I hope it doesn't put you off because I don't know what he says in this one, but it's kind of interesting because he has that spirit of um like 1960s civil rights movement church kind of thing. So like Abyssinian Baptist Church and in New York City and with Adam Clayton Powell and um Ebenezer Baptist Church, with MLK. He has he has there's something about him. He has that feel about him. And it's weird. I never see a whole sermon, but I always come in. It seems like I always come in at the end or something, but I come in right at a time where it's hitting exactly what I need to hear. And then I start shooting off all these scriptures in the chat that go along with what he's saying, and they're like, "Yes, yes." I was like, "I don't know why I'm here, but whatever." But I'm getting fed from what he's saying. I'm getting motivated, and I'm understanding more clearly where I am, what I'm supposed to be doing, etc. So, that's another one. Um, and these people need encouragement too, because, and I'm thinking specifically like of Benjamin Dixon because, um, you know, they're seeing all the stuff that we're seeing. These people that are fighting, and these people that are fighting, these people that are sharing things on YouTube and other social medias. It's hard. It's hard because they're filtering like a lot of information to be able to give to us what we need to know, but they have to process that through their mind and their heart and their spirit. And there's a heaviness, such heaviness to all of this information because there's heaviness about all this stuff that's going on. So be sure to pray for these people that it doesn't, pray for these people to be able to have that balance in their life despite the things that are going on as they do these things for us because it's hard. So and people like Janis Ian, and because she's always been politically active way back like in the 70s. She's politically active like with the feminist movement and things like that. So um the righteous are as bold as a lion, and that's what I'm standing in. When I need to be meek, I will be meek, just like Jesus was. He was meek when he needed to be meek, and he was bold, sometimes a quiet bold, sometimes a loud bold. And then sometimes, well, one time he had a whip. And notice, only one time he had the whip. Only once. The other times he spoke boldly and plainly, not loudly, just boldly and plainly. And he was meek when he needed to be meek. And that's who I want to be like. And that's who I want to be like in all this stuff that's going on. And that I cannot do that on my own. I can only do that through him. Okay, I think I'm done now. Am I done, Lord? Child. Not what I planned on doing. Okay, let's get back to the goodies. This is cute. Oh, I gotta color this. Oh, it's a postcard. Oh, I gotta send it to somebody. Do I have to? Just kidding. It says, in God's great mercy, he has caused us to be born again into a living hope because Jesus Christ rose from the dead. 1 Peter 1:3. NCV. What's NC New Common Version, is it? Never heard that one. But I like that. It's kind of mandala-ish. Okay, where to put the other ones? Because I've been talking so much, I don't know where I put stuff. Okay. Next. I know where my stickers are though, because I got a case. More stickers, I think. Ooh, and you can color them. I'll probably color them beforehand, then peel them off and put them places. They look like Mr. Potato Head stickers. I always used to want a Mr. Potato Head when I was a kid. Yeah, that's definitely a Mr. Potato Head nose. Those eyes, too. I remember those eyes. I like this. I didn't know they made stickers that you could actually color them and then... Is this one? Nope, this is a PDF. Kind of, sort of. Oh, no! No, this is stickers, too. How cool is that? Love. I think mushroom houses are probably in my top 5 things that I like to color. And I kind of need to learn how to draw them because I really love coloring them. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Blue Skies. Child, I just went off. Just like I said, I wasn't expecting that. Usually I preach to the walls. Then God says, okay, Linda, that's enough. Listen to me now. Mushrooms are my favorite thing to color. This is going to have to go on a page somewhere. Make my coloring page with all these things. I don't know what it is, but I love coloring mushrooms in mushroom houses. They just bring, I don't know what it is. Is it kind of like the curviness of them or something? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I love them. Okay, like this is my favorite, along with that iridescent sticker. Faves. Ooh, ooh. Journaling stickers. Oh, these match my book. They match my page. Oh yeah. Where's my page? I can do things with this. Sooner rather than later. What the heck? I didn't even know. I have Derwent Lightfast pencils on my desk. I had no idea. I thought they were in a box. The stick is getting so high on that shelf thing. I don't even know what's in there. I haven't looked at this since I did the video on this. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's like, these things match that. They do. That really matches it. Wow. Look at that color. Oh, I like this one. Look at that. Because I like lines. Lines and curves. I like lines and curves as well. Oh, like you could... I'm not one much for coloring things that have words in them, but like I could put that in the middle of a page and draw around it what I think that is or represents or looks like. That's gorgeous. Just by itself, this one. These are beautiful. Thank you so much, you gifter person. Aw. Oh, it's a prayer list. And it's a pad, looks like. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. I don't remember what scripture that is, but that sounds like scripture. And that's pretty. Some nice palette ideas for these stickers, too. Yeah, she does. There's one page in World of Wonder that she's got like mushrooms that I did like with crayon that I still have to finish. I was trying to draw a background, and maybe I should do mushroom houses in the background. I tried to draw some other houses in the background, and I did them lightly in pencil to fill up the background, but maybe I should make them mushroom houses instead. And I don't know why I didn't think of that then, but okay, it's hard for me to flap this up, and I don't want to break this open. Yeah, like that's a nice color palette idea. Those colors. I wonder if that's a bookmark. Ooh, I have some of these, and I have some of these I'm trying not to kill. I can't figure out. I'm bad with plants that you can't water. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think you're only supposed to water them every 30 days or something like that, and I forget. So I just added an app to my phone to remind me, to tell me what the watering times are for particular plants, so that it'll remind me on the day I need to water it. I'm trying to do that. Yep, somebody sent them to me. I got a care package. I got a care package yesterday. It was funny because like my husband says, "Oh, you got a package down here." Like I was up here working, and he was telling me he was getting ready to go somewhere, and he says, "Oh, and you got a package downstairs, a book or something." I'm like, "Huh?" And so I go looking at my email, and it's like, I'm not supposed to be getting anything right now. And so then when I went downstairs, I was like, looked at it, I was like, "Oh." And so I saved it until I finished accomplishing the thing that I was working on yesterday, which I finished up today, just before I did this live. I was waiting because I was going to let that be my treat for getting that done. For some reason I really love this one. It's very simple. I love the way the color, the pink is on there, like kind of almost splattered, kind of. Yeah, these are beautiful. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. Is there anything I feel that way about? Not to think about it. That's funny because coloring with Tani yesterday was doing stickers. We were talking about what kind of stickers I like and don't like. There's a lot of these in here I like. So as I said, designed to fit classic size planner. Oh, that's all. The other things are other languages. Okay, I can do that. It says, plan a happy life. The Happy Planner. So that must be the brand. The Happy Planner, yeah. The Happy Planner journaling stickers. You also have in here me and my big idea. That's funny. That should be me because I'm always coming up with ideas all the time. I always tell people just ask me because like my head is full of ideas all the time. I can come up with one in 2 seconds, but don't ask me to do the whole thing. But I can come up with the idea though. I can come up with a whole bunch of ideas. Take whatever works for you. Me and my big ideas. And it's kind of funny because when I was little, I may have said this story before. There was a guy on our street who actually started a little club for us kids. And I don't know if it was we were trying to think of a name of the club or a name of something. No, I don't know. We were trying to figure something out, a name of something. And like, everybody's talking, and I think I might have been talking more because I did used to talk. I was, well, I can't say I was more talk. I was more bold when I was younger, I think. Even though I didn't talk a lot, but I was when I did, I was going to tell you about it, right? But when it came to ideas, that I was then like I was coming out with a bunch of stuff, and he pointed at me. He goes, You're our idea person." Oh, I think that's he was trying to. We were trying to get different positions or whatever. He was trying to name who should be this, who should be that, whatever. And he says, "You." He goes, "You're our idea person." I was like, he ain't never lied, because that's always been my thing from I don't know, from that point on, probably before that point, but nobody just had asked before. I love these and those stickers and that iridescent sticker. Okay, those are my three favorites so far. Okay, so now we have this. Oh, as for me, I will always have hope. I will praise you more and more. Psalm 71:14. I'm down with that. Actually, this morning I was praying for a new piano because I can't really play the one I have. And like I was saying in Tenny's live yesterday, I will just sit down at the piano and just play scales for like who knows how long, indefinitely. I'll be as crazy as Patty McCormick in The Bad Seed. I'll just keep playing scales. Okay, now play this. Now play this. Play the fifth. Play this. Play that. I'll just keep going and going. I don't know what it is. It just for my fingers to limber up my fingers, but I don't know. I just like the feel of it. I've always loved the feel of the piano keys. So I just do that and I feel attached to it and I just relax from doing it. Anyway, this is an inspirational journal. Everyday scriptures and quotes about hope to encourage and uplift you. Well, dang, I can use that right about now. Good timing. Oh, well, this is like a whole lot of presents in that bag. This is like crazy. Crazy good. Crazy nice. And I have this I can color. How cool is that? Nehemiah 8:10. The joy of the Lord is our strength. There's another one for today and this time. The joy of the Lord is our strength. Don't fear. Perfect love casts out fear, because there is no fear in love. And the joy of the Lord is our strength. And I know that other person doesn't have that. So that's what we fight with. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Oh, something else said that one of those stickers, or if it was a bookmark or something. So every day has something about hope. Oh, wow. This is good timing. This is good timing. This might get some of my stickers too. Therefore, my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. My body also will rest secure. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. I feel so blessed right now. I really do. God knows what we need when we need it. Wow. What a blessing. Okay. This up there too. These with that sticker. Wow. Thank you very much. I'm going to be messaging you. Oh, sender, friend. Okay, I was supposed to be coloring. I guess I will do some of that too. We seem to be doing marathons lately. I don't know. But I do have a little time to color. I don't know. I didn't really know if I was going to color a lot. I just knew I wanted to color, so I guess that kind of works, right? Because I've been yapping for so long. How special. See, the package is special too. It's got like it's pretty. Okay. Oh, you know what? I need to put these in there with it. Only because I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose these before I get to use them. Yeah, talking about getting things, using things. I just did it today. I just was like, I guess I don't know. In my exploration of how to use certain tools, and I guess because I figure I'm not really going to be able to color as much, and so I just figure I'm going to store up stuff for when I can. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to say it must be I'm supposed to do that. I don't know. I have an order from Blick that has, well, the Caran Dash pencils that I said I wanted, the Caran Dash Pablos I said I wanted to add to my what I have, because I'm just going to buy the rest open stock and get the colors that I want. And I had those in my cart already, and so I was like, well, um, yeah. So I was going to get those, but then I also thought, because I can't find the sketchbook that I want, and I want to start sketching. This is a good time for me to sketch because I can't really, some days I may not be able to color, but I can just sketch for the day, sketch one thing and continue with the 100 days of sketching. And I can also use the sketchbook just to play with different mediums and not take it so seriously. So I went looking for a sketchbook, and I wound up, here we go, adding to my cart Caran Dash Neocolor 1s, a set of 10, Caran Dash Neocolor 2s, and I think I only got the set of 10 because I'm not sure how I'm going to like them. So I have both of them, the wax ones and the water-based ones. I ordered a sharpener that's supposed to be for like the wax-based ones that I'm hoping will actually work for some other things too, like maybe, I don't know, we'll see. What else did I get? I gotta look at it. Maybe it's not as much as I thought it was, but it definitely was a surprise that that I got not just the Neocolor 2s, I got the Neocolor 1s. I don't know why, but I guess I think I'm gonna like the 1s better than the 2s. Or maybe it's just because I'm so, what do they call it? Contrary. I don't want to like what everybody else likes. It might be that too. I got a bit of that in me. Okay, it's not as much as I thought it was. And then, oops, stop. Why'd you do that? Um, I guess that was the biggest thing about it. It felt like a lot. It kind of is a lot considering I said I didn't really want the Neocolor 2s. I didn't want Neocolor anything, and then I get Neocolor 1 and 2. Yeah, I got the set of 10 in both of those. I ordered more glue, more of that Tombow glue. And I ordered the green one, the one in the green bottle, as well as the blue bottle, and those were already in my cart because I knew I wanted those for like the crafting, doing the journaling. And I don't really know how all those things work, so I got both of them because I actually have fabric um squares that I had gotten from a former coworker that I don't think if I want to use those, and I don't think regular glue is going to work for those because one is leather. Well, a couple of them are leather, and then I don't know. You'll see them when I bring them out, and I want to do something with them, but I think I need really good glue to be able to glue those on a page. Um, I got a watercolor book. Um, to play around with, I don't know, with the gouache, watercolor specifically. And then they had a 2-for-1. Like Dick Blick has I think it ends tomorrow or the 17th, where it's a buy one, get one free of some Canson pads. And so I got the 12 by 9 mixed media pads for I got two for $11.11. So, and then I've got two kneaded erasers because I haven't used them in a long time, and I don't know, they might actually work better on my coloring pages than in some cases, some of the paper than the white rubber ones I have. And I do have a kneaded eraser, probably a couple, but they're probably all crumbled up by now because I don't even know how long I've had them. Probably like 15 years or something like that. Um, then from Amazon, I did mention some of what I was getting. The watercolor brushes, um, the fillable kinds, and then regular um, brushes. Actually, they're for acrylic, oil, or watercolor. And then I ordered Graby 36 colors dot painting acrylic paint pens because my thing with acrylic paint pens, um, and I always need a backup or whatever. And they were in my cart, and I just added them because I was getting one thing, and I thought, well, I shouldn't. Maybe I should get something else in addition to that. And then I wound up putting all those things from my wish list in there. So yeah, so much for no buy, but like we got to up our using and making plans for what we use. But those kind of fit in my plans for me using. Because I looked at the sketchbook I have. I don't know. It's too small. I'm not comfortable with it. I was trying to use it, but I feel like for this one, it's this one that I happen to have swatched the King Art gel crayons in. Um, I started doing some drawings in here that I kind of want to keep this for whatever this is because I don't know what they are, but like I just want to keep it as this. I don't want to change and make this my regular sketchbook. I want to figure out what I was doing here and keep this to do those things in it. So, in spite of this, one page here, I just kind of want to stay with that. So I didn't really want to use this. I don't know. But yes, you might want to check out Blick if you need a sketchbook or drawing book because it's possible they may have some Strathmore ones in that sale, buy one get one as well. But I knew I wanted something just for watercolor, and I kind of wanted it to be secure because I kind of want to make it a concerted effort to do something specific in it. But you got to figure out what that is. So that one's done. Where am I trying to go? Oh my gosh, everything's falling. Oh, I'm trying to get to the page that I started the other day. Where is it? It's right after one of these. Where is it? Because I'm trying to do different things. I'm trying to expand my coloring world. So I don't know if there's a good chance I'm not going to make this side the same as this side because I want to be free. In the words of the Ohio Players. I used to love that song. Shoot, 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 shoot. I'm going to have to post that to my wall later so you know what I'm talking about. I want to be free, child. Yes, I am, boy. It always sounded like you were saying, yes, I am, not yes, I am. Okay, so I did do a little bit of coloring on here after I was off that live. Trying to darken up some of these colors. After, I went over them with the green and Then I went over here, started doing this guy, this mushroom. Started with crayon on this one too. Worked on the door a little bit. Yeah, so let's see. Maybe we'll just keep doing it. Is it dark out? Oh, I need to go turn the light on outside. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go turn the lights on for outside. I will be right back. They have Valentine's Day music. That's not what's playing. My husband is quiet as a mouse. He was downstairs. They canceled. I guess he got all the way there and found out they canceled hockey because of the weather. Oh, excuse me. Okay. The weather has been crazy. Let me put an overlay. That's why I can't see right. Okay. So let's see. I think I kind of need to move this cold coffee. But I don't know what to, I'm going to let this guy blend in. I don't even know. I guess it's a card. I don't know. Okay. Crayon. Ooh, what are we doing? I don't know what color to do these. I'm going with a blue. I probably should do those now, but notice I'm not. Instead, oops. Ugh, I'm just getting these because they're not thin, I'm getting all smushed in there, but oh well. We'll work with it. I believe in happy accidents because I make a lot of accidents. So I gotta make them happy. I will make them happy so you can get the most out of it. And I think I need to move that there and this here. That's better. Hopefully soon I can get my desk into like better order. But my focus was getting my work done and Once I start trying to organize my desk, then I try to organize everything else around it, and it's like, I can't. I work on momentum, and I will wind up doing that all day and not doing other stuff. So I wind up not, you know, I got to figure out how to break that task up into chunks. So I can do a little bit at a time. But then I keep pulling out more coloring stuff, so that kind of interferes with that. And then I start using some of everything that's on my desk. So then it's like I can't put any of it away because I keep picking up this from this and that from that and this from that, and so then it winds up all staying on my desk. But yeah, this weather has been something else. It's like it's been snowing all day. I think we probably got like maybe 6 inches, which, on its own isn't a lot, but, it's on top of what we already have. And last night and this morning, it's been like sleet, changing between sleet and snow. And when I got up and I looked out the window and looked at those roads, I was like, Lord have mercy. And I started thinking, because it's not like the old days where like the pastor or whatever. Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't everywhere, but where like the pastor or preacher, the church was right next door, you know. So it was like he was always there. It's like, as far as I know, like, you know, ministers got to drive from their house to the church. So I was just thinking, like, how are they gonna do it on a day like today? Do they ever declare remote church days like they do like with schools and declare remote learning days? I don't know. I love this blue. I love this blue so much, I'm going to keep using it. That's what always happens. Yeah, one thing, with having the waxy crayon on this, then I wouldn't be able to use a fine liner. Not, like the Stabilo fine liners I have, because they're water based. That's why I'd really like to find something that's built like that fine liner. It's built like these, but has permanent ink in it. That has a tip like this. That's what I want. I want something like that, and I don't know if anything like that exists. So that I could use a fine liner over waxy things. I think that would be awesome. So while in some cases, like the color's popping more than it was after I went over the background or whatever with the um, gel stick. But I think, well, what if I spray this when I'm finished with the gloss, then it's gonna pop. So I'm trying not to worry too much that it seems like it's kind of faded in a way, because I know that gloss is going to make it pop. And I've decided that's what I'm going to do with the page when I'm finished. So I have decided. And I think I was watching. Who was I watching? Oh, it was Coloring with Wellness. I was kind of starting my binge watching of her videos, and I was into some of her videos from, I think it was 2023, and she was showing Johanna Basford's Magical Jungle, which, by the way, Marsha, I think you can rehab those pages. I think you could do something with those that will take it out of the green, how that green is bothering you. I think you can make that green work for you and also not have it be as green in doing that. I think you could do that. So I had so many things I wanted to say under Marsha's video. It's like, Lord, I'm going to have a whole book underneath there. So I didn't say anything because it's like, she would have like 10 comments for me underneath. It's like, I need some self control and to like, you just talk about it. I don't know, but yeah, that was one thing that I was thinking when I saw that page, and I was feeling her pain because that's the same way I feel about Magical Jungle. It's like, and it was one problem, even like that I have with this page, but I'm kind of over it a little, on the other side of it a bit more with this page is that the temptation, because she has so many leaves in a lot of her pictures, to make everything green, that temptation is strong, or the leaning towards that is really strong, and it's it's hard to break it, and it's like I have to make a conscious effort when I color in her books to tell myself, well, it doesn't have to be green, but then half the time I can't think of any color to make it, and I think that's like one of my challenges going forward to make with her books, and I'm kind of trying to do it a little bit here, just a teeny bit, is to go beyond green, because every leaf page doesn't have to be green. And so how do you decide that, and what color do you go with? Well, one thing that's kind of liberated me from that, it should be this color, is doing that one color challenge, or even doing the two color challenge. Because if you do that, you're just focused on using those two colors or that one color. You're not focused on, well, in real life, this thing would be this color. And that's what liberated me with that camel page in Kirby. I'm thinking, who was this big, massive brown thing in the middle of the page? That's weird. And I couldn't even envision how I could make that look good, even though I love the color brown. And I know there's varied color browns, but I just wasn't feeling it. Because I'm also thinking, I don't want to use all my beautiful brown crayons and markers and pencils in particular just on this one big camel. It just that was making me mad. And I kept skipping over that page because I was like, I ain't doing that. I'm not using up my brown pencils on this. But doing that page in blue, I was liberated. And you have to. And you have to. Oh, you know what? I'm not even supposed to be doing pencil now on this. I'm supposed to be getting ready to put the, what do you call it? The gel stick over it. But see, I love this color so much. I can't stop. Can't stop, and it won't stop. I always have that song in my head by the Beastie Boys. Every time I say can't stop, I hear that song in my head. And hear the flute in the, I don't know, it's the flute in the beginning or whatever. I always hear that. I love that song. Okay. Well, I guess we're going with blue down here because we're loving it. So I'm just going to keep going. I do love this color. Okay, now I got to do these darker. And I think I do like how the Faber-Castells are doing on this page. They seem to be working well. So that's why I'm staying with it. They seem to be dark enough and giving enough oomph. I think I really probably need a lighter blue here. Well, I was going to make something for dinner, but I guess I'm not now. It's past dinner time. And I thought, I wonder if he stopped to get something to eat, because that's usually what he does when he goes to play hockey. They usually stop at this one place and eat. But now, and so that's why I was like, dinner doesn't matter if I make it or not, because he's going to eat there. And I didn't. Not that, he'll find something to eat, but I don't think he stopped there, because I didn't smell anything. Their food is good at that place where he goes. He asked me if I wanted anything, and I just said, nah, that's okay. They have good salads and sandwiches. But I had a burger the other night, and it took me, man, when was that? Thursday? That was Thursday. I ate half the burger on Thursday, ate the other half of the burger on Friday. I ate, because he also got like French fries and onion rings, but the burger came with chips. So on Thursday, I ate the chips. On Saturday, I had some of the fries and onion rings. And then, yeah, that's the other thing. Orange, red, yellow, and brown. That's the other option. And then I had the rest of the fries and onion rings yesterday. I can stretch a meal now. I can stretch a meal like nobody's business. I actually there was some deli roast beef that was in the fridge. And so what I did was this is what I had like with the rest of the french fries and onion rings, which I rewarmed in the air fryer. But I took one slice of that deli beef and I chopped it up. I put some onions in oil and like got them, fried them till they were soft. And then I threw the chopped deli, roast beef in there. I chopped up spinach and fresh spinach, and I put that in with the beef and the onions, and stirred it around, cracked pepper on it, and then I put some cheddar cheese, some slices of cheddar cheese on top, and let it melt. And I was gonna put that on a piece of bread or something, but I was like, you know what? I want it just like this. I don't need any bread. And so I had that with the rest of the fries and onion rings. It was good. I was happy. And I also had made um, what I had with that the meal from Thursday that I stretched all the way to Saturday. I had made some. Excuse me. I found a recipe for like I guess it's really like a kind of like a coleslaw. Really, is what the thing is when I think about it. But it's just shredded raw cabbage, and then they say to put shredded carrots, but instead of shredding carrots, I had some radishes, so I shredded the radishes too, And then I also put some sliced some onion really thin, and then you add vinegar and what is it, like a quarter cup of vinegar or something like that? Quarter cup, half a cup of vinegar to a half a head of cabbage, shredded cabbage, and then 2 tablespoons of oil. I added celery seed to mine, um, and then I also had like the thinly sliced onion, and you just kind of let it marinate. And she says um, it's from this website, Food in Jars, and I get emails from them every week, and it was a recipe from there. And you just put it in a mason jar and keep it in the fridge. And I don't know, I can't remember how long she says it'll keep in the fridge, but our fridge is pretty cold. But it's something I guess like to put on sandwiches or whatever. But I've been eating that. Like I ate it with the burger. Both times I ate the burger, and it was so good. It added just the right, I don't know, something to it. I don't know why I just did that. I don't like that. I want yellow, not green. Oops. I'm going all out the line and everything. I'm going to do something about that. Maybe I should have done brown instead. But I figure it's like a quick and easy way to add more veggies to whatever you're eating. So that was why I wanted to do that. And I think I'm going to keep doing it because I like it. I like the taste of it. I'm going to play around with some of the spices next time I do it. Maybe, well, I don't know how. If I did like a turmeric version of it, I would probably have to add the turmeric to the oil first, because turmeric works better. Whatever the properties that it's good for, it needs to be with oil, with fat, some kind of fat. Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't know why I keep doing it though. I don't like it and I keep doing it. I think I'm gonna wind up going over it with something. Acrylic marker probably. But even if I do, I think I need this kind of shading work in there. I think I'm gonna try and do maybe pick out a Johanna Basford page, and that has a lot of leaves. Maybe pull out my Magic Jungle page and do it in totally non-leaf kind of colors. Do it maybe as a part of the one color challenge for March. Whatever colors for then. Oh, unless she picks green because of St. Patrick's Day or something. Then I need a new plan. Okay, I think it's enough of fussing around with that. Although I can't help but there's something about this side that I really want more poppage with it than I'm getting. I don't know. I might need to put brown underneath here so it'll kind of show underneath a little bit. What color is that? Oops, this is actually a Derwent. They look a lot alike. The only way I know the difference is because of the gold band. But you can't see the gold band when these are in the case. What's this? You know what? This might be the right. I need a sharpener. I don't know. I guess I must have called it the end of working today. I didn't expect to go on that rant. Yeah, you know what? I needed another color. Now I can see it. Because the green just kept getting greener. But that is in the brown. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I might need to like cut up my video from the other day too. I was thinking about that because it's so long. And I thought about maybe taking a part of it, like where I work on this page, and making it a short or something, or making it a sped up video to see the process. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing the process myself, but I'm not sitting there watching that whole thing. I wonder if Bubbles went live. I should check. Maybe she's live. I'm gonna go see her. I guess I'll color while I watch. I was looking for her all day. It's like, where's Bubbles? And so I watched replays that I hadn't seen. No, I don't see anything. Is Martha live? Anybody live? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is this for real? Oh no, shoot. Roxy, where you at? Where are you at? How did I miss her live? She was live. I'm about to. Oops. Let me not do that. That's not right. Sorry. In my excitement, I was just like, nope, I can't play it. Okay, let me share the post. I don't know if it was upload or. I don't know. Yeah, unless the. Why can't I see any? I feel like somebody has to be live tonight, not just me. I just feel like the notifications keep failing me these days. Oh shoot, where is that? See, now I wanted to see that video and I don't see it. Huh. Oh, I just saw another. There's another. So he's a Anglican priest who's from Canada, but I think he lives. I don't know where he lives. I don't know if or he's from the U.S., but he lives in Canada, and that's where he his parish is. I listen to him sometimes too. I'm subscribed to him because he's very much a heart of the people. And his parish has a where it is. It's populated with a lot of a particular First Nations tribe. So that are that are his parishioners. Really cool guy. And his name is that's the reason why I said that. Reverend Ed Travers. So I think he was the reason why I was thinking about, although not using them in the same tradition as, you know, the Anglican denomination, it kind of made me think about the prayer beads, that Catholics and other Christian faiths use. And it made me think about memory and prayer and remembering to pray for certain things and certain people and the value that might have to have beads where each bead meant prayer for something, just like, they do in their traditions, Catholics and some other um, Christian faith denominations. But I thought of the value of that, to having something that you wear. And in this case, where I was thinking for me, that I wear and that I wear all day to remind me to pray about a particular thing or for a particular person. Because just like I'm always looking at my watch and taking my watch and going like this, looking at my watch. I had beads that were on my wrist, different color. And like when I see this one is turned towards my face, praying for that person or that thing. I don't know. There was something about it that felt, you know, useful to me. Hey, Mandy. Did you get all that more snow that you were supposed to get? Keeps coming here. Snow and ice. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I'm not sure if they're going to have school tomorrow. And that'll be the second Monday in a row. And the third day in 7. Well, they went remote, but for some people, I think they just, yeah, it needed that brown. I'm going to try not to overdo it. Really, I am. Just kind of want to see. Kind of makes it lift off the page. Woo! 1.5 feet. My goodness. That's a lot. Oh, dear. Well, be careful shoveling. And just shovel as much as you need to get where you need to go. Don't try to do too much. Doesn't need to be totally clean. I remember after one snowstorm from the city I come from, that I mean, it gets snow, but not snow like we get here east of there. And we got 3 feet in one day, and that was a fluke. Oh wow! Oh yeah, yeah. Chances are who knows if they'll even be there too if it's bad, or they might have only partial staff because if it's bad, people say don't risk your life to get to work. Although places like Walmart and things like that might not, unless they have a compassionate manager, which always gets me. That yeah, no, let me not go there. Let me not go there. I might go off on another rant, one that's less informed, and we don't need any more less informed rants in the world. I only want to talk about what I know, not what I don't know for sure, or with some certainty. see, I start overdoing it, but I think that brown is doing something. I never would have thought brown would be the thing to bring something out, but it is. I love this brown anyway. I love all the browns in pretty much in any pencil set I have. But there's something about the dark brown pencils. It's kind of like they do things almost like, I don't know, like having a neutral or having a black. Like sometimes black is too much, but brown will be just light enough to comparatively or be a tone different enough to do the same thing that a black pencil would do, but not be so noticeable. I live near on the east side of Lake Ontario, Mandy. So, and I live right below where below the Adirondacks. So I'm kind of at the foot of northern New York. So I'm closer to Canada than I am New York City. And I've always lived in proximity to Lake Ontario, but now I'm only 3 miles away from Lake Ontario. So that's why we're used to a lot of snow. We get dumped on from lake effect. And it'll be doing things here before the weather forecaster even knows. It'll be like here and gone before they figure it out. Yeah, I'm in New York State. Been here pretty much all my life. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia for about a year. Which I forgot to check because their weather last night was. My sister's there now and lives there. And I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all, last night, and that stuff, or yesterday late afternoon. And there were like tornado watches that were in Mississippi, I think, and it looked the length of it and the trajectory of it. It looks like that weather was going to hit Atlanta. Yeah, I know some people from Michigan. I think there's something about people who live around the Great Lakes that we have a similar kind of, we got a similar thing going on. Oh, cool. Oh, that's wonderful. Yay. Yay for dads. Yay for dads with snowblowers. Yeah, when you have that much, it's like, mm-mm. Yeah, I like that brown around it. Okay, what are we doing next? I need to fill in. I need to do that. And I think I want red. Um, what color is this? That's not really red, is it? It's so hard to tell what these colors are. Where's the brick red? I want brick red. But you know what? I think I'll use this red and then whatever I... Well, no, that's going to make it more purple. I don't want... If I put blue over... Yeah, or purple over purple. No, this, because I think I'm going to make the purple go up a little bit and then part of the blue maybe over here. Unless I decide to put yellow over here, which actually that would probably be good. I don't know why I always try to vary the color in the background, thinking of where the eye will be drawn to. So I'm going to use this up here because I think I'm going to do yellow in the corner. And you know what? Ooh, that's too. I was hoping that was going to be a little more red, but oh well. You can also do some. Oops, you can't see it. I can do some scrape off as well. I'm just kind of like fill it in. Fill it in, we'll figure it out later. Plus, it's on the crease. This went up my sleeve. I got a pencil up my sleeve. What you got up your sleeve? A pencil. Said nobody. Said nobody. I don't know. I seem to be stuck on this purple. See what happy accident this produces. Oh, gotta get some of those. Somebody give you some of those big. I don't know. I think they're like somebody made these things that they actually saw them in Harry Potter or something like that. They're like a sock, but they're like a knitted sock. Like it's kind of like double knit, and they're thick, and then they have like stuff like Sherpa or something inside them. Not exactly like Sherpa, but something like that. And they're really super warm. And I have a pair, but with my husband walking in and out from outside, and me not having recovered my rug game since before we lost our little doggy there. I had to take them all up because he was incontinent. so um, so now the floor just gets dirty, and so it's like I don't, if the floor is not freshly cleaned, I don't like wearing those things on the floor. Drives me nuts. It's one of those things because I'm one of those people. I like walking barefoot in the house, and if it's warm, and then I like wearing slippery like things like that, like I just described. When it's cold, but I can't really. I'm not going to do that if the floor is not consistently clean, and I can't. I have to be the one to clean it because my husband broke our um, hard hard floor cleaner, the last one, and like I really don't want him touching this one. I don't know what the heck he does to things. He's so hard on stuff. So hard on stuff. So I have to choose between having the appliance last me as long as it should and having him use it. And I actually think I was able to keep the floor cleaner while he was working and I had all those animals in the house. than I am with him being home. I don't know why that is. It's really strange. You think one human would make less of a mess than 3 cats and a dog. Nope. And I don't understand that. I don't understand. I was thinking today about making some kind of cauliflower soup, like a creamy cauliflower soup. And I saw a recipe, and I think I've actually made it before. Um, but I saw the recipe, and I haven't had a cauliflower in the fridge that I want to use up. Of course, you know me. I'm always finding things in the fridge. I got to use this up. And so I thought about doing that with it. Um, oh, I don't know why I went way over the line on that. And I don't know why I'm going over this again, but I am. We're just going to see what happens. I don't know. It's kind of interesting together, whatever this is. Okay, now we're committing. We're coloring harder. It's like we're doing this now. We're really going to do this. They are. It's like goodness. 3 cats and a dog were like way cleaner than you. I could keep up with them. At least, well, they would settle down and rest somewhere. So then I could clean the floor. But he's always like up and running around. It's like I can't clean the floor because you're in the way. It was just a part of my daily practice. I was always, whoop, cats are sleeping, dog is chilling, or it was next door. Okay, let me clean the floor. That is so messy, but I kind of don't care. I'm gonna work with it. So I need the yellow. I want yellow. Well, it'll be the sun. Remember that guy, the sun? Once upon a time, there was the sun. And I kind of wanted to follow a line. Kind of been thinking about those mythographic books lately. Ooh, that's weird. Ooh, that's kind of ugly. But see, it turned brown because yellow and purple make brown. Kind of get to play with color theory doing this, which I kind of like. To see what happens. What happens when you do this and this? Just a little bit of something. That actually, wow, I did a pretty good job of blending that one. I'm getting better at these things. Yeah, right. I just be in the way. They be in the way. Plus, like I said, I kind of work on momentum. And so it's like, don't break my stride. Don't break my stride. I'm on a mission. Don't break my stride. Stop. Don't make me stop. Don't make me stop. Okay. Or should I make more of this yellow? Should I make all down here yellow too? Then there won't be as much green. Oh. Or should I use a pink? Oh, I still have to do this guy. Okay, excuse me. I can't do anything yet. I need to do this guy. goes my stomach. Making noises. What can I eat for dinner? It's like kind of. Made myself a smoothie for breakfast. I took a whole apple and sliced it, put water in it, in the the little blender cup. When I did that, then I added chia and protein powder, that, what do you call it? Syntha 6, the ice cream one, vanilla ice cream one. A little bit of that. Did I put peanut butter powder in it? I think I skipped the peanut butter. No, I did put peanut butter powder in it. I put like a tablespoon of peanut butter powder in with it. What else did I put in there? Cinnamon and a little bit of milk. And well, actually, before I put the little bit of milk in it, I blended all that, and I tasted it, and it's like it felt like it needed something, and so I just added a little bit of milk. I still need to buy like some almond milk, because usually that's what I put in my smoothies: almond milk and yogurt. And I don't have any almond milk. I thought about making it from scratch, but I didn't feel like, if I thought that I had to do that and then, I had to blend the almonds, the slithered almonds, and then strain it, I would have been like, nope, not eating. That would have been too much work. I wouldn't have eaten. So I was just like, that's why I just did water. And I wound up adding milk because also I didn't want to have to. Now, if I had to do the almond things from scratch, I would have not eaten. But I might be able to do that tonight. I could do that tonight. Maybe I'll have another smoothie for dinner. Although I don't want to be eating that much protein powder. I don't know, something about, I don't know. It's like I do the smoothies with the protein powder because I need the protein, because the protein is what keeps your metabolism going and makes you feel full. But I still feel weird about it. It's like this chemical stuff. I'd rather have the real. But I'm just trying to make sure I eat regularly. And that in itself has been a chore. So I could make a quickie spinach soup. I could do that. It actually wouldn't take long. But I don't think I feel like doing that either. I had a bagel for lunch, bagel and cream cheese. And I figured that was okay because I had fruit for. See, I can't get in that crack. I don't like that. There we go. I think I got to it. Okay. Stop complaining, Linda. It's okay. And I need to do something with those little guys, and I think, I don't know, I can't think of another color, so I'm doing blue. Yeah, I just have this feeling that they're going to cancel school tomorrow. And I don't know if they're going to. See, did we get mail on? Yeah, we did get mail Saturday, but we didn't get mail on Friday, which is unusual. These mailmen are hardcore up here, but the roads were that bad. And they probably somebody somewhere along the way had probably missed their, you know, what do you call it? Their switch off or whatever from a mail truck that was coming, like mail coming further south or whatever to the mail thing, you know, all that kind of to the hub. Because the bad roads, it was pretty widespread, covered a lot of cities and towns south of us. Oh, I missed one, and I don't know how I did the others. So we're going to have to pretend. Pretend like we know. So yeah, this is me trying something new. Finishing with my experiment, which, you know, I mean, I kind of like it, and I'm enjoying it. So, I mean, that matters, right? I think I'm learning something from it. Might be helping me conquer a part of my one of my issues with Johanna Basford pages, of which I have a few issues. I don't know why, but I want to leave those petals. Not sure why. Oh, we got a butterfly. Butterfly. I want the butterfly to be orange. So I kind of have part of my plan for the week for work. Sorta. So I feel like I don't have to sweat that too much tomorrow. I'll probably do some cleaning tomorrow. And I find that making it a goal for me to catch up with other people's lives and videos kind of helps me while I'm working. I'm getting used to it now. Before I was like so hung up, I got to watch every second of what they're doing. But I'm getting better kind of at listening and then watching when I want to see a particular thing they're doing. Because I just want to, you know, I want to give them the support. So the support and the watch hours, that kind of stuff. I don't know why I want that's silver though, isn't it? Not gray. I don't know why I want to use a different color in that, but I do. I like this blue. What is it? Wild Blue Yonder. I can't believe they named a crayon that. That's funny. Okay, so I think we got just about everything filled. I don't know if I want to fill this or not. Because I almost feel like it, I don't know. I don't know what that is, first of all. Let's just say that. Okay, so purple. And we'll see how far the purple takes us. And then I could actually put those gel sticks away, which would be good. Okay, I'm going to put, oh, right next to me. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know. Maybe we'll put a hint of green right down in this corner. Let me do it now so I don't forget. right at the bottom. Whew. Oops, we forgot to. That's okay. Let me hit them up now. Hit them up right now. And I'm just using any old thing because I'll fix it later. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder if I'm going to want a little yellow between. I wonder. Just gotta remember, thick enough. Put it on your thick enough. Don't do the dot thing. The dot thing got me in that trouble. That's why I have to remind myself with these things. You can't no, don't do that. You wind up with this, the dots. I thought they would blend. They don't blend. They just stay dots. So I think I'm gonna make those bugs. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm gonna do with those. I'm gonna make it work for me. Yeah, I'm going all purple. We're going there. Oh. And I kind of think this kind of is making this the fastest I've ever gotten um a Janet Basford page filled in. That's for sure. And looking, like it's going somewhere, I guess. Um yeah, this is going fast. So maybe I don't know. Seems like it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know. I want all of this in purple. I'm just doing all purple. I kind of don't want to go over the butterfly though, but I'm gonna, in the name of the experiment, I'm going to. Don't be afraid. And I am leaving that spot for some reason, which we'll find out later. So clean this. I didn't even use any water. I just I don't know if I need any. Oh, that's interesting. This is coming from the crayon. The red seems like some of the red from the crayon because it's flaking. And I actually don't mind that. I actually kind of like it. How it's doing that. Ooh, I really kind of like that. It gives it a glow. Are you really? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling. Hey, Tenny. I like that glow. I do. Something about that. Like the plant is emanating something. I like that. Huh. Okay. So I gotta clean this. Clean the brush. Clean the brush. And I can't really tell because this thing is brown. It's like I'm wiping it off on here. I can't really tell if it's clean or not. Kind of all looks the same. Mm-hmm. Let me use a white. I need to get a white. I don't know the Kleenex. I need to get a paper towel. Paper towel. There we go. This will work. Just to make sure it's all there. Although maybe I won't mind if it. Oh, right. My light. If I wet this now, it's gonna also be wet when I do the green, and I don't want it to do that. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe get in that corner though. That green is really like it's like very it's got to take over spirit. Okay, but we got it. Like how it gets on the brush, it's like woo. Thank you, Tanny. Thank you. I'm learning how to fill in these backgrounds. Oh yeah, letting that helped. That's what I need to do when I clean it. Oh yeah. That's what after I wet it, that's how much came off. And then next, I lost my spot. Here. I don't know, I lost my spot. But it's better. Watch. Because now, yeah, so. And so now we have all our background filled in, which is usually what I'm perseverating about with the Hannah Basford pages. It's like, I don't know what to do with the background. So we have that part done. Okay, so now, like, me. Is it shiny? Is it velvet? The pencil part is. Interesting. Okay, so I can put my crayons away, and I think did I have one crayon that was out that needed to go away, or did I put it back already? Nope, I didn't. Here's the culprit. Let's put it back. It's the only one I had out. I can put that back in its home. It has a place. Okay. And actually, but I still have to do this. And I don't know what color I want this to be. But I think I can put these away because I'll be able to pick from the colors I have on here which one I want for that. So these can go away too. Oops. Try and get some things off my desk. Just a little bit. I don't know why this looks so. My gooseneck is goosing. Goosing a little too much. Okie dokie. We want to put these guys away and put them. Putting this guy in here. I'm never putting these in the right order, I think, but like, oh well. Putting them away is a feat for me. If I can get that far, I'm doing good. Okay, that one's already full. This one's not, and I see this blue. Oh, I could make it blue. We'll see. What's this one? Let's say sky blue. Well, that's easy to remember. Okay. So there must be one in the box. That one. What the heck? One of them has to be missing one. Which one is it? That's so weird. One has to be missing one. But they look like they're all full. Something wrong with this picture. Is one of these actually a Marabou art crayon? Is that what the thing is? That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Oh, here it is. That's why. Hello. Oh, here. I keep putting them back in the box because it's like the easiest way for me to keep them together. I don't want them to be separated from each other. Okay, here we go. Oh, and there's one more that needs to go in there. Find that one. Oh, plug my phone back in too. One more. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Yay! They are all accounted for. This one and this one. There's one less thing on my desk. Oh, don't do that. Oh, they keep opening up on me. Because I think I'm not closing them properly. And then they open, and then if they open up in the box, they all fall out before I get them out of the box. Before I get the holder out of the box. I must do better. Love this color. I always wanted a Chevy Nova that was kind of this color. Like one from like the, Chevy Nova like from 1969. That was my dream car. That was my dream car in the 90s. Like, influenced by my best friend. Only a little bit, actually. Because he was more of a Dodge guy. My dad was a Ford guy. And I was a Chevy gal. Now I'm a Subaru gal. Because, child, up here, that's how I can get from point A to point B. I love my Subaru. I do. I would like another Subaru. Love that car. And also, the next Subaru I have, I also want it to be a sport. Because I like being able to, it's an automatic, but I like being able to shift the gear, especially in this weather that we have up here. It can be useful. If my car is not going to stop, I could like shift the gear all the way down. It's like, you must stop. I probably, I don't know, I'm sure it's not too late to learn how to drive a manual, but I think driving a manual here probably would be pretty useful. But okay, so where do we want to go from here? kind of interesting how it can make a page look like it's already like you don't have to do anything else to it. That's kind of satisfying. I need to figure out this guy. He's got some green on there. I really don't know what color to make this mound. I'm gonna have to think on it. I am not ready to commit to that. So let's see. Let's do what do we want these to be? I don't know what color is this. Okay. Another thing when I was watching thank you. I when I was watching Coloring with Wellness in one of her videos, and one thing that I saw that I really admire in her coloring is how she will do pages that have really tiny detail, like tiny objects, and she uses gel pen, and they look absolutely gorgeous. And I've always been like one of my things about using gel pen is that I feel like I don't know. I felt like I couldn't really make a decent looking page with them. Well, Marsha blew that idea out the water for me. It's like, oh yes, you can. So I just need the patience. What would you like to talk about, Mandy? With it, child, I can talk about them all the time. I'm talking to them all the time. People probably think I'm crazy, but I do. Conversations with God all day. When people talk about how often do you pray a day, I'm not. What do you? I don't know. What do you qualify that? It's like I'm talking all day, asking questions, praying for people. Just it just happens. It's like conversation all day. All day. All day. Ooh, I really went over the line on that. I feel like I need my that neon orange pencil. Where is it? Neon orange. I don't know how if this is a color. I don't know how well it's gonna go on what's on here, but I'm gonna try. I don't know that I don't have any neon in these in the Faber Castell. I don't know if I have a neon like this in Prismas either. The fruit of the spirit? Oh, child, it's like you pray for it. Be careful. You're gonna you're asking for trouble, literally. Funny. That's what people always say, but that's how to be like Christ. That's how to be like Christ. I'm not sure what I can say about it because the Bible says it best. The Bible says it best. I do know people try to exercise the gifts of the Spirit without the fruit of the Spirit. It's like, okay, like why? Why? They're supposed to be together. And if they're not together, Something's lacking. Lacking. Okay, that's coming through a little bit. I wonder. Now it's okay. Okay, like I guess I need neon more places now. I don't know how that's gonna work. Mm. Hmm. Was you have something to share about it, Mandy? You could do that. Or do you have a question about it? Oh, where? Um, Colossians and it's like in two places. Hold on 1 second. I found it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I probably should do it in my on the same computer, huh? But oh well. Oops. Oops. Try not to knock myself out of here. Wrong keyboard. There we go. I use Bible Gateway. There's like three resources, Bible resources I use, but the main one I use is Bible Gateway. I also use Blue Letter Bible. And then I also use Bible Hub. All of those are really good. Okay, Galatians 5. Galatians chapter 5, and it starts with verse 22. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law." And for some reason, I think it's also in First Corinthians and Galatians in like kind of a different kind of format or something. I do have an NLT Bible. I have too many Bibles. Um, but I actually have a Bible that has, oh, what does it have? Like, it has a whole bunch of versions together lined up. What do you call it? I can't remember what it's called. I have one of those, and it has, I can't even remember what's in it because I don't open it that much. It's on my shelf. It's usually when I study, which I kind of haven't been doing any kind of deep study in the past few years like that. But my favorite translation is New American Standard, only because that's kind of that was the first Bible of my choice when I had to pick one that I wanted to use to be my, what I used on the regular. Um, like back when I was, I don't know, like, I don't know, 17, I think. Yeah, I got a New American Standard Bible, and it's still, that's how I remember some verses, is through that. But I also, like, I remember things in the from King James, and I remember them that way. Um, Sometimes when I read, I like reading a New International Version just because, I don't know, I just like it. I'm not sure why. Um, and then sometimes I like actually the, what is it? Begins with a C. Um, Oops, where am I? Is it? Uh, da, 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 da. Common English Bible, the CEB. No, yeah, CEB. Sometimes I like using that one too. Only like in the past maybe 9 years, 7 years, something like that. I have one of those because I kind of like those. Also because it was small. It was one I could travel with. Because when I went to visit a friend, it's like I wanted to bring a Bible with me, and that was like the only one I found, and I actually kind of like the translation. How to study? Um, yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, I've been doing it a long time, so I guess I could. Um, Sometimes it's good to like get a particular guide as well, but I can look for one, and yeah, if you want, we could actually like do Bible study on YouTube if you wanted to. We could do that, or in Discord or wherever. We could do it like on YouTube and like not be live if you wanted it that way. Just like be in the room and not go live. We could do that. Um, sure. I have to think about it because like how you do it because like I've been doing it so long I don't really think about it. But a lot of times I don't know. I feel like in a lot of ways, well, you can go topical with it. You can study it topically, or you can study it like going line by line in going from book to book. Um, and I think when I could, except I don't think I can go live on Instagram. I don't think I can go live on there. But if you can, we could do it in yours. Um, or I can look into it because if I'm supposed to do it, then I guess somehow the Lord will help me figure out how to do that because I don't know. Instagram confounds me. But yeah, and I think well, like you're saying, you were asking about the fruit of the spirit. We could actually like start with that, like even just to study that. Yeah, not live. Okay, that makes sense. I'm cool with that. Um, but like as far as something topical, like to start off with like the fruit of the spirit, that actually is a pretty good thing to start with, I think. Um, it's very practical, I think. So yeah, let me I'll pray about it and figure out see what the Lord brings me on it. It must be time to do something like that. So I'm down with that. That's what the Lord wants us to do. Let's do it. Uh I don't have an Inspire Bible. Let me look it up. Actually, the last I bought a Bible thinking this is the one for me for my adulthood or whatever, and I bought a New King James Study Bible, I think it is, which I really like. But it's funny because like I was recently saying, I really want to study the Bible like I used to, and I want to have time to do it, um, and I've kind of been mad. It's like God, I want time to do that, and instead of me being at the age where usually you work less, suddenly, kind of like Joseph, I was called up and I'm working more. And it's like, how does this happen? This is like backwards, God. But it's how He wants it. So, you know. So, what kind of inspired Bible do you have? Because I'm seeing they got like all these different kinds. I'm like, what? What? So the coloring Bible, or they have one of Acts and Romans. What's it look like inside? How you do that? Oh, it says paper turn. I really can look inside? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it makes noise when you turn the pages. That's wild. I wasn't expecting that. There's a noise. I don't know if you can hear that. The noise when I turn the page. Well, that's pretty what that does. Okay, let me look. So, inspire praise. Okay. Oh. So maybe we need to do a coloring and Bible study. That would be interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let me open that up. And I can look inside. There we go with the page turning again. You hear the page turn. And it's the whole Bible? They have the whole Bible in here? Let me see. What does it say? Download as PDF. You can actually download a page? Actually, I want to see the table of contents. Well, maybe, I'm having fun turning the pages in the example. I'm just like, kind of like, uh, I'm so weird. That's interesting. What does it say? Overview. Overview? I want to see the table of contents. Hmm. Okay. Well, maybe I need to get one. I think I need to get one. And then we'll talk about how we're gonna do this. Get Inspire, Praise Bible, and talk among us coloring gals and guys. I'll leave Jamie out. Um and yeah, they've got like one that says just Inspire Bible, Inspire Illustrating Bible. Actually, I think that's what I have. That's the one that I got. I don't know if it's part of it or not, but it's got the same kind of cover. Um Inspire Faith Bible. I need to stop turning these pages. I really love turning the pages. Yeah, so I mean I can start wherever you start. Hmm. Mm-hmm. What's that one? The prayer one. It says 8 unique editions. There are 8 editions in the Inspire Bible line. Each edition has a unique set of all new line art illustrations for coloring. Wide margins. See, I actually do have an NLT journaling Bible that has wide margins. I have one of those that I got. It's like I don't know what you call it, like how it's like an irregular or something because like they made a mistake in it was supposed to be have lettering on it for somebody, and they messed it up, so I got it for cheap. Hmm. Uh-oh, how do you ask? Are you looking for a full Bible scripture portion? A full What's the difference between full Bible and scripture portion? Ooh, they asking too many questions. So how do you know which one to get of the praise thing? What do they mean filament enabled? What's that mean? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, so much for that no buy. Low buy 2025. I'm getting one on Amazon right now. Says it's 33% off. So we'll get that now. We'll figure out what we're doing on it. So I'm getting it now. So then we want to decide on a day. Do you want to do it on Sunday? Oops. I think, let me see. Inspire. Whoa, wow. So Inspire large print. Yeah, they do have one. Large print hardcover purple. I think it's just, I think the praise ones are just purple. So that I'm getting the, um, oh God, because I clicked the button. I'm stuck now. It says, um, Inspire Praise Bible, um, NLT, filament enabled, hardcover leather like, because it has like a, the reason why I picked that one is because it has like this kind of rubber band thing. Oops, sorry. This kind of, oh, I got all these things inside here. This kind of rubber band thing. This, I love these things. Even though mine was just hanging off this page. But it has this, and I like that. Um, and yeah, it says filament enabled hardcover leather like purple. the Bible for coloring and creative journaling. Um, Nearly 500 all new, full and partial page scripture illustrations attractively displayed throughout the Bible. Excuse me. So I can get a handle on what this thing is and how to work it. See, my thing, because I'm so like, like I'm old school, like before these things ever existed, like I just figured out yesterday the reason why I am the way I am about stickers. It's because I didn't grow up with sticker culture. There were no stickers. Like for me growing up, like I um plastic bags, period, just plastic bags were created I don't know, somewhere in my early adulthood. But before that, it was paper bags. You had paper bags. I can't even remember when things went to plastic bags, to be honest, because I don't even know. I wonder when the first plastic bag was I got, because even then they had like shopping bags that you went to the mall. They had shopping bags that had like kind of twiny kind of handles or whatever, and they were paper. And it was even a thing to have paper bags from certain department stores, those paper shopping bags. So stickers weren't um man, stickers became a thing for people that I was around at the time when bands were playing a lot and selling, paraphernalia or whatever. So to have a sticker like on your car, like when you went traveling or someone you bought a sticker, or when bands were playing and some of the stuff they would have for sale would be a sticker of the band and you throw it on your guitar case or whatever. And that was it. But I never did that because I didn't want to mess up my guitar cases with stickers. And I just was never, it was like, no. And I wasn't putting one on my car either. It's like, what if I change my mind about that idea and that thing is stuck on my car? So, yeah. But then I realized it's like, yeah, there's people that younger generations, people younger than me, they grew up with stickers being a whole part of their, how they do things. Put stickers on this because then they know it's yours and you can make it like your own. Yeah, and that was not a thing because like stickers weren't. I don't even know, man. Stickers were like basically putting your registration on your car. That was the only sticker we got. So yeah, so I think that's why I am the way I am about stickers. Yeah, and I didn't have kids around me, little kids around me that when that culture came about, I was out there, playing in bands and hanging around adults, either people my age or, in their 20s or 30s or older, combination. I wasn't really around a lot of kids, so if I saw a sticker, it was probably already on something the kid owned or something, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't have to go buy anything or any of them or anything. So that's why I am the way I am about stickers, and that's why I kind of look at them as like, oh, this big environmental thing too. It's like plastic, more plastic. Oh no, more plastic, more landfill. Ah, I'll get over it. Yeah. So I guess so. My Bible's on the way, along with all my art supplies. Well, I'll be able to fill up that book, and so just tell other people, spread it around, and we'll figure out a day to do it. Um, I know for me, Sunday is probably a good day for me, but um, we'll see what other people. Oh, we'll see what happens. So they came out when you were 5. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, when somebody's hungry for the word, can't can't be no to that to, to that request. It's gotta be a yes. So let's see what happens. So I think what time is it? Ooh, 7:41. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna have some matcha. That might do me for this time of day and give me a little bit of oomph. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was a live that I went all different kind of ways, and it did get a good portion of this page done. This really does surprise me. Like this already looks like like it's almost done. Like anything else I want to do to it is only because I want to do it, and I kind of like that. But of course, I'm not finished with it. Oh, bless your heart. What is it? Blessed are those that are hungry, Jesus said, because they will be fed. So you're getting what you wanted. I don't even know. Let me look. Filament enabled. Let me look it up because I don't know what that means. Unless it means that they can fill. There's like design engraved in there that you can fill in with, I don't know, gold flake or something. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I think that sounds like what they mean. Like I don't know why I would do that, but um what does oh here we go. Somebody else asked a question. People also ask, what does filament enabled mean on a Bible? Oh, don't give me a YouTube video. Don't give me a YouTube video. Just give me the answer. Hold on 1 second. Let me listen to what they say. I'm going to mute this so I can listen to. Oh, you know what it is? It's an app. Um, Hold on. Let me share this. Share this page with my other computer. Let's go back and forth. Open with. Oh, you're not gonna let me do that? Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me show you. Um, History. Share. Copy. Okay, this is what filament enabled means. This is a video that explains it, and it's actually some kind of app. It says enables you to use your mobile phone or tablet to connect every page to a vast array of related content, including study notes, devotionals, interactive maps, informative videos, and worship music. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I was totally wrong on that. And let's see, let me get the one that I got. They do have a large print in it though, as well. So, um, which I hope I won't regret that I didn't get that one. This is the large print, and it looks exactly like the one that I ordered. but it just looks like it's in large print. Let's see. Then is that one filament enabled? What do they mean by that? It doesn't say. But we could share whatever we get. Yeah, it says, you purchased this edition on February 16th. Yeah, I know. But God provides, so what can do? Okay. Aren't we already, but yeah, do that. But I think I'm on your Instagram. And that's the one that I got. The link is to there. I don't know why them links are so long, but um I hope they work. The large print one isn't? Okay, let me hold on. How can I do this? Yeah, trying to figure out why are those links so long. Um, Let me do the name, and then if you search it in. Let me give you the name of it, and then search it in. That's exactly what the description is right there. Tyndale NLT Inspire Praise Bible large print, and it looks just like mine. I can't detract the chat. That's weird. Okay, so you can see it. Yeah, and then what does it say? Wow, they're saying it's 11-point font, which is nice. I wouldn't mind that. Now I'm wondering what font is mine. Maybe I should have gotten the large print for it to be more comfortable. What do they say the font is in this one? 8.65. I have my glasses on. I guess I can do that. So I guess the only difference between those is this has that filament thing. But there's tons of apps, sites on they have a there is an inspired Bible that is pink, and it's just not the praise one. Hold on, let me keep backtracking. Where'd it go? I'm all over the place on here. Search, consider. Oh, no, I can't do that either. Okay, I gotta go back. That sounds good. Okay, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan. Da, 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 da. Actually, you can search for a pink one. Which one is pink? Because you can do pink on Amazon when you pick one. And they have one, it says soft cover pink. Okay, I need to get on the same page. I keep I keep looking on one computer and then like um I'm on this one, but they do have one that says soft cover pink. And it's paperback and it is, journaling. And so, because it's paperback, it's not as expensive. Hold on, let me. Ciao. How many windows can I have open? Okay, this will be in my search now, right? Or maybe it'll be on this page. Pink. Is that pink? I can't even tell if that. No, that's not pink. That's pink. Oh, they have a bunch of pink ones. Ooh, wow. That's pretty. They have this one. It's like a dark pink. It's really pretty. And I think this one does have that filament thingy. Yep, it does. That's like a dark pink, like a rose. Okay, the paperback one doesn't look like it has the filament thingy. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like that's from what I'm seeing, that's the one. And it's in the same um oh, what about this one? Does that one come in pink? Nope. Just green. So I'm looking through the list. It does kind of help when you're studying to be in the same version. Even if you go and even if you go and like cross reference, yeah, that's the name of that Bible I have. It's a cross reference Bible, I think it's called. Or no, that's not the name of it. Anyway, parallel. It's called a parallel something Bible. Anyway, even if you, because it helps having the same version, because then you can still go and look up how that verse looks in other translations by going to like Bible Gateway, Bible Hub, or Blue Letter Bible, any of those sites, and then there's more too. So okay, cool. Are you on Instagram too? Am I sub to you on Instagram? Are we connected? Let me open up my Instagram. Where am I? And how do I find me? Sorry. Is this my link? Is this a link? I think this might be a link. See, now I'm gonna have to like get active on Instagram, huh? I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know if this works. I think that's my link. And if that don't work, this is my my handle. Copy that. Cool beans. Anything I can do to help? Like I said, this must be the thing to do. It came out of the blue. That rhymes. I can't rap, Foxy, but I can rhyme. I can rhyme sometime, most times, in my mind. But I can't rap. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. This was a really interesting live. Pretty cool. And I'm wishing you all a great evening, night, and week. And I will see you on People's Coloring Places. Take care. Night, Taylor. Night, Mandy. Night, anybody on the who's been here or on the replay. Yeah, I think she does too because I've heard her talk about it. So I think she already has at least one. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna message her on Instagram about it. Bye. Take care. Love y'all.